Senator Cardozo.
Thank you, Your Honor. My question is for the government representative, and it is about an issue that is of concern to a lot of Canadians, the changing nature of the economy and how it relates to the future of work. The nature of work has been changing drastically in recent years with issues such as the growth of artificial intelligence, technological change, equity, inclusion, and lifelong learning. I want to ask you about one specific issue, and that is remote work, an issue that has come to the fore and being discussed a lot these days as a result of the agreement between the Treasury Board and the PSAC. This is certainly an issue. This is really a time where we're seeing a lot of change in society and a lot of people who want to be able to work from home. Will the government consider leading a national discussion on this issue, both within government and outside?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you for your question. The government is very pleased and proud to have a modern workplace where employees can work from home up to 3 days a week. And as part of this transformation, the government has agreed to work with the Public Service Alliance of Canada to modernize our the government's telework directives and take steps to advance equity and fairness between employees. And these measures are part of a tentative agreement that has been reached with a third of the government's workforce through collective bargaining. These measures still need to be ratified by union measures, so it's, I think, premature to speculate on the next steps. And with regard to, and that includes what the role of the federal government might be going forward as our society continues to evolve. But much of this is provincial and territorial jurisdiction, work, and the regulation of businesses. So I think there's a conversation that has to take place at all levels of society going forward as we continue to evolve.
Senator Cardozo, supplementary.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd just like to take this a little bit further. Yesterday, the Parliamentary Budget Officer told the Senate committee that, in his view, the Treasury Board should do a study on the productivity impact of public servants working from home. What are your thoughts on that and whether that should be the Treasury Board? And again, looking at it from a wider perspective, I take your point that it's a provincial issue as well, but is it not time for us to have a national discussion on the future of work when a growing number of people across the country think that remote work is something we should do? We've talked about it for decades. It sort of came into sharp focus during COVID, and I think this is an interesting time for us to have that national debate.
Senator Gold.
Well, I think in many ways the conversation, the national debate is ongoing in many circles, and I think the Government of Canada is participating in it just by virtue of its leadership with regard to its own workforce, and it'll always take those recommendations and considerations to which you made reference under serious consideration. Thank you.
Honourable Senators, the time for question period has expired. Response